everybody, it is Christine. It is time for Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. And let me show you, this is my pen. So the idea behind this hop is we picked something off our Pinterest board. It doesn't have to be a layout, a mock cast it usually is, but you can use mood boards, color scheme, whatever, chairs, whatever. But anyway, this one is mine. And it's basically got like this white cardstock. Truthfully, this may even be... It's hard to tell. No, I think it's just laying on cardboard. She's like scuffed the edges of it, which is kind of neat. She's got these horizontal stripes and then a photo in the middle. Titles here, I'm going to say kind of little clustery thing. There's some mixed media. There's journaling underneath there. I just liked it because the stripes I thought could be helpful. Hold on. Let me get my thing going here. This is just a... I'm making a mess. Oh, gosh. There we go. I like it because... Oh, shoot, y'all. I just lost my photo. There it is. I had this kit left, or the little pieces left over from my layout I did the other day of my dad and bonus mom selfies from Halloween. And I really like these bright colors. I can use something other than the Halloween, but I do like these bright colors. These are really cute. And so my thought was, I have these photos of me and my daughter. We got these hats, these trucker hats. You could pick whatever patches or whatever, and the lady liked to put them on. And there was supposed to be a cute little patch, and I was kind of teasing my daughter about getting that one. She gets hurt feelings. I don't mean to hurt her feelings. It's just funny because she's redheaded, and like we tease her about it. And so I thought this would be a cute little set of photos. I think I'll cut them apart and mat them on white cardstock. But I thought this would be cute. Instead of a single photo, I'll use this one photo here. And then I'll just make these things to be, horizontal stripes. And then I have a little bit left from the ephemera. It's not all Halloween. I think I can use, technically there's like candy, which doesn't really apply, but, who cares? This is cute. That's like a little candy thing there. There's some cute little pieces of candy. And even on this, I could probably even use, honestly, I'll just use it all. Why not? Who cares if it's Halloween or not? It's okay, because it says Psycho, right? Which is kind of Halloween-ish. So... let me trim this and mount them real quick, and then I'll start cutting the stripes, and we'll go from there. So, now, I will say the original had some stitching. Your girl does not stitch. We will not be doing that. However, no, I have a rub-on here. I wonder if I can make that show up on... Uh-oh, what did I do here? I don't know if I can make that show up on that. Maybe I will. On the other hand, that's not really part of the theme, so maybe not. Okay, let me do some trimming, and I'll be back on in just a second. Okay, I have matted my photos on white cardstock, although I'll actually end up matting them again. You'll see that in a second. I've got my little white opaque paint. It's Mr. Huey's, and I'm sprinkling that around in a diagonal. I will tell you, I thought it was dry. I set it aside for a good little while. It looked dry. I'll still end up smearing some later. But, oh well, it's okay. So I'm going to sprinkle this kind of in a diagonal. This is a nice, simple, like... what do you want to call background, I guess? I'm not doing like a bunch of fancy things other than I'm fixing to cut all these strips up. I will actually end up pulling out my new edge distressor. So I got to tell you guys, I think I told you the other day, I had lost the two that I had. They were gray and red. I bought one that was black and gray because it's the newest. It was the Tim Holtz that was the black and gray. It showed up. I have it somewhere. I cannot find it. Then I found my red and gray one of them, again. And after all that, I actually had also ordered the Some Assemblies Required, the little wooden one. And I actually really like it. So I was using that one today. So in just a minute, I'm going to cut these strips. And basically, I cut kind of random widths, like 1.5 inch, 1 inch. I think maybe one I do is like a 3/4 inch. And I'm going to cut those. I'm looking at that diagonal strap because I could kind of think to myself, do I want to use that as one of my little background strips? And I decided against it because I'm going to actually end up using it as my photo mat. And I kind of love it. I'm glad I didn't put it in the strips. So I'm just going along. I'm kind of setting these to the side. I'll actually do them on the table in just a second because I'm still trying to let that black cardstock dry. And I look at that and I think, are you dry? Are you dry? Maybe it is dry. I'm not certain. I think I actually set it aside one more time because I realize it's not dry. But I cut this piece here. It's kind of I don't know, is this the main length? I guess it's kind of the main length. I actually cut a hot pink one, this one here a little bit longer. In my head, I'm going, okay, this is kind of my main one. Although, I'll be honest with you guys, I think after I do all these things, I'm kind of organizing them, but I move them like 3 or 4 different times because I move them back and forth to the black paper, and then I also pick them up to scuff the edges. This is not actually the order they end up in. I couldn't even tell. I just try to make sure at the end of it that I'm not having patterns touching that that are the same. So again, you're kind of seeing me do this. And honestly, I'm kind of just looking for links. But at the end of the day, I don't think I even end up with it like this. And I almost didn't even use the little spider pieces because this has nothing to do with Halloween, by the way. This picture has nothing to do with Halloween. We were there, I think it was first part of November. We drove up and like I said, it was just like a little event. It was like a little vendor event, and this lady was there making these hats. So it has nothing to do with Halloween. I just got lucky. The colors are just really fun and bright, and I think it works. So that's what I decided to do. And also the whole Cupid Psycho thing was funny. So at this point, I think the paint's dry, and I'm going to set these all down. I've actually already scuffed them with my little wood distress tool. I don't think that's in the film, though, you guys. I'm sorry. If you really want to know, I'll try to use it in another video. There's no way for me to do it at this point, obviously, because I've already recorded, but it's a good little tool. I'm not going to say I like it. It's bigger than the other ones I have, and it fits in my hand a little better. I'm not going to get rid of the other ones because, frankly, with the way I'm losing these things, I'm probably going to lose this one shortly and then find it again later. I don't know, you guys. I also have some pen loops. I was actually looking to update my planner with a new pen loop because I've kind of stretched one out. I don't know where they are. I know they were here. I know they were in this cart. It's where I put them. They're not there. I feel like I think to myself sometimes, oh, I'm going to be so organized and I'm going to put them in this location thinking it's labeled or this makes sense to me right now. And then I don't remember having that thought later. Anyway, I'm gluing all these down and I will realize in just a minute that they're too low. You'll see here, my top one it's too low and I really wasn't intending to do anything much above it. So once I realize that, I'm going to start messing with it. This is kind of actually where I end up smearing the paint just a little bit because I'm trying to pick these up and also why I end up with probably out of order that I started with. So I'm just going to pick these up and kind of move them all up just a bit. I'm also trying to like put some on top of others and anyway, I'm just reorganize these just a little bit. I think this turns out really cute though, even though it has nothing to do with Halloween. I used the little candies and things. We don't even have candy either. That's the funny part. But she's sweet, so it's okay. I'm thinking of it that way, right? I'm going to go across these. I actually also probably should... I didn't do the journaling. She had the journaling on the bottom, and I contemplated it. I would have to really use a white pen, and with the smearing I have done with this paint, I don't know that I wouldn't have smeared the journaling, so I decided against it. And plus, I kind of end up with a diagonal with my embellishments. This is where I realized that the white cardstock by itself, it's not really beefy enough. So I decided to mount it again on this little diagonal stripe. And then after I do this, I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to mount it again on white cardstock again, and then I'll put it on foam. So I really made the photos kind of pop out. Again, she had a bigger single photo, so I think I'm okay doing this to make it kind of stand out. And I think that looks really cute. I love that diagonal stripe. I'm not going to lie. I think this color palette is just so fun. And especially in a stripe, it just looks very festive. So cut these out. Oh, by the way, my hat. So my hat has a phrase on it. It says, well-behaved women rarely make history. I actually have a t-shirt that says that. I've had that on like a laptop as a desktop image. I just kind of like the phrase. Not that I really believe you should run around misbehaving, but I don't know. My sister will even tell me that I'm a rule breaker. I guess my philosophy, I shouldn't even tell you all this. This is kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you guys say. I'm one of those that I'll follow the rules as long as they make sense to me. And I don't mean to suggest laws. I don't mean laws. I mean like silly rules, like process type stuff. Like if you're supposed to file this piece of paper or do that. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like, I'll give you an example. My friend's father had passed away and she was organizing his service, and the funeral home had like a catering company that you're supposed to use if you're going to have food there, like like a meal after the service or whatever. And so she had organized that, and she was telling me that her dad had these favorite, I think donuts or something as a pastry of some kind from this one particular donut place. He had gone for years and years and years and years. And it was his favorite, and she wanted to have some at the service. And she asks them, can I bring them? And they're like, oh no, only this company, only the food that we have or whatever. I forget how the wording was, but basically you're not allowed to do that. And she's telling me that story. I said, honey, this is your dad and his service. You bring what you want. I said, why did you even ask? I wouldn't have asked. I would have just brought them and then played stupid. So it actually ended up working out. I said, now what you got to do is have a family member just unobtrusively bring them and pretend they have no idea. So that's what I mean about breaking rules. It's like, if it makes sense to me, I'll do it. If not, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. So that's the kind of rule I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like laws and stuff. But so at this point, I've glued down all my strips. I've got those two pieces, the little punched pieces, because I noticed on the original there was like a notebook punch piece at the top. I think the bottom might have actually probably been a sticker, but y'all, I did go through all my sticker sheets and stuff to see if I had a little sticker border, and I couldn't find one, so I just ended up using a punch for that bottom piece. And now I'm just poking in the little pieces of ephemera here. That little cup on the right hand side, I honestly don't know what that is, other than like striped licorice or something. It almost looks like a hot chocolate thing, but I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's a little black and white cup of candy or something. And on the left side, of course, that little kitty. I thought about using that with a layout with Saturn, but it looks cute here, so we're just going to do it. And then my little cupcake. And then I'm just taking the other pieces of candy and kind of spreading those around. And I will end up using a title out of my stash. It's just You and Me. And it's hot pink and yellow, and I thought it looked kind of cute. And then there's going to be one other little piece that it says Together underneath it. And also the little enamel stars and moon. I do use those. The only thing I do not use out of this entire kit was the bats. I did not find it appropriate to use the bats on this layout. So those are the only two things that don't get used. Everything else I use. And then I do actually use one other little piece that says My Heart from that stash, that little piece of enamel stuff over there. That's going to go down in the lower right-hand corner. So it's kind of like a little subtitle, I guess. And I'm just using my glue to glue these little pieces down. Again, I was really appreciative of these white borders. I said that on my last layout. I thought the white borders really helped it. The thicker white borders, I should say. The real thick white borders on the embellishments. I think it helped it stand out from the layout. And I think this is where I'm kind of looking at these little hearts, stars, and I'll put these out. And I think I find one more star in a baggie. I might even find that after the camera goes off, honestly, because I was picking things up and I go, oh, shoot, I missed one little star. And it's a little black star that'll be in the lower right when all said and done. And yeah, that's basically, I'm looking at this going, I tried that gold heart and I go, no, I don't like you. You're the only thing on there. So that's where I put the My Heart. And I'm kind of looking at this, you guys. I'm thinking, this is so cute. I'm not going to lie. I think this is so cute. So again, I'll start picking stuff up and then I'll find that one little black star, which is going to end up on the lower right. And you'll see that in the photos, I believe, here. So there we go. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is a hop, so there will be some other folks listed in the description. So please make sure you go check them out. Show them some love. And of course, as always, I would ask you to do the like and subscribe. It really helps me. I've got these videos on my planning, which is helping hold me accountable. And I honestly just love engaging with you guys. Some of you are so sweet. You make nice comments and stuff. So I appreciate it. Ask a question too, by the way. I'm trying to get some answered in December. See you next time. Bye.